All right, we'll see if this is going to work. I tried to do a reminder post and it wasn't uploading. So that made me a little nervous. Let's see here. Okay. Well, I'm just seeing if I can get my um, stream set up. I'm using my iPad instead of my computer so I can see the comments. Okay, that'll work. Get this volume off. Okay. All right. So I guess I should just preface this whole. Let me see here. Hi, Caroline. Hey, Joanne. I should preface this by saying that the stream just crashed after I got a flash flood warning alert. We're all keeping an eye on the creek here this morning or this afternoon, and the consensus is that it's not going to breach the land. But if the stream ends and I don't come back or whatever, it's because I've had to take action to move to higher ground. So my sound is gone. Okay. Interesting. Sound is gone. Let's see. Why is my sound gone? Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, Joanne has sound. Everybody else have sound? Okay, Allie can hear me. Joanne can hear me. Emily's here. Hi, Emily. Okay, good. Well, so I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but I am under a flood watch warning, something. It just went off. That's my YouTube crashed right after that. So if I do go away, that's because we needed to relocate the buses. So we're keeping an eye on that while we did a live stream because I'm not about just going to sit here and watch water. Yes, Caroline, it's a fluke in the Matrix. Log out and come back in. That's a good idea. All right, I'm going to get this ball rolling. Let's make some art. Hopefully, no issues, no delays, no floods, no sound for cooking up memories either. So Caroline just said that she had that problem. So I'm not really sure what's happening because I'm getting mixed signals. Let me know if you can hear me, people. I'm also trying out new internet, which might be the issue. My husband's coming over, so that makes me think he can't hear me. Emily says I have perfect sound. So I don't know why, but you and Caroline don't have sound.
Okay, well, that's weird.
Other people are saying I have perfect sound.
Okay, good. I'll read them.
Okay.
Okay, love you.
I love you too. I don't think she wants to be in here. Yes, she does. All right, we're gonna keep rolling. I don't know what else to do. It seems like people are leaving, which might mean they have sound, don't have sound, but I'm not hearing from those people. So I'm only hearing from people that. All right, Lynn can hear me. Oh, thank you, Emily. Yeah, I like him a lot. Make sure I connected to your own internet. I had to do that sometimes. Okay, Caroline has sound. That makes me feel better. Um, so I am connected to the property's internet. Um, we are having issues getting our own internet here. So for now, we're going to mooch off of their internet. They currently have two. Yeah. Um, they have two providers right now. They have Starlink and a new provider that's doing fiber optic in the area. I don't know why I did that because I don't, it might be fiber optic. What do I know? But they said it's fiber optic. And so it's supposed to be better and faster and more reliable and stuff. Uh, so I have two options right now, and we're going to see which one wins out over the next few weeks here. But yeah, let's get making some art. Good. Sound is good. Nina's here. Good. Let's go. Let's do this thing. Okay. It's a little hot for tea, but it's a vibe, right? I like it. Unless it's cold. Not a cold tea fan. Tea. All right. Okay. So before the live stream, I sketched out two cats on vellum because I usually look at my phone or my iPad for reference. Oh, that's awesome, Nicola. We enjoyed meeting you too and seeing your kitty cats. Um, so I just kind of did a pencil sketch of them because I don't have a reference. And this particular deck, I'm trying to make kind of, not realistic, but somewhat ish, basically not cartoon cats. So they're kind of more realistic side of or illustration style of cats. But anyways, so I just sketched them out because I don't have my reference tools when when I'm doing a live stream. So I have those ready. This is what happens when you don't clean your brush after using um what is it? Gesso. That'll be a scraper. Okay. Yeah, I love the Google Meet was intimate. It had a few people on there, and that was nice. We got to get to know each other better and talk about things in a more personal way. So I appreciate all those that came out for that. And yeah, it's always interesting to like see other people's studios and how they work and what's getting them excited in the creative world right now. So that was fun. Mm. Okay, I'm just trying to get some materials together because I kind of put all these in an envelope yesterday to get them more organized. But yeah, it was a good discussion. One of the things that really stood out to me was Eileen. Well, Mel was it Mel? Yeah, Mel was talking about using, not using her expensive materials. I think it was watercolor paper. And how she's had this watercolor pad for years and years and hasn't wanted to use it. And I totally understand that. This vellum paper was like that. Like I had this vellum paper gifted to me years and years and years ago, and it was so nice and expensive. I was like, oh, I don't ever want to use that. But all that to say is I finally started using it, and it's been such a gift. But the cool tidbit of info from I'm sorry, Eileen. was that, sorry, somebody's walking by and Kinsey doesn't like it. Um, yeah, use your materials, you know? Use them, enjoy them. That's what they're there for. So that was encouraging to me. Maybe Melissa too. You would not know that I just kind of straightened up because oh, there they are. Couldn't find my scissors there for a second. Yesterday it rained most of the day, and then it's rained all night, and then now, which is kind of what makes me nervous about the creek. But also, think we're mm. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. I feel like that chef. Sesame Street or Winnie the Pooh. That's what Winnie the Pooh says. Oh dearie dear. You know, it's the creek was normally so peaceful looking, you know, but when it looks like it's gonna breach the land, it goes from oh, that's so peaceful and pretty and relaxing to um nerves are heightened, a little concerned, trying not to be too worried, but also prepared. Meanwhile, I'm just over here making art. 1 second, guys. Huh. All right, I'm gonna keep on rocking. No point in worrying. Okay, let's see. Yes, Emily, I'll do the meet. Probably about every 4 to 6 weeks. I do them. So probably at the end of July or first part of August. Hey, Melissa. There you go. Caroline's giving you the stuff. You can always buy another one. Hmm. Wonder if this paper will work. Looks like I accidentally glued it there somehow. Oops, I'm tearing it. I gotta be careful. Just let that fold be there. It's fine. I'm gonna do the water on here first. Yes. Thank you, Emily. I will move if I need to move, and that'll be then. Right now, I can be here, and I'm just gonna try to be present. uh, that's all I can really do. Anyways, I love that you have access to a bunch of garage sales, Allie. That's really awesome. Kenzie's a little nervous in here today. She just has a sense about something or something. Something or something. Uh-oh. Okay. That's a be aware thing. Humidity is like really out in full force today. Yeah, exactly. If you don't use it, somebody else will eventually. Why not be you? We were talking about that yesterday, how kids might not want your art right now, you know? Like if you left this plane and transitioned, where would your art go? Mm, I think my husband would hoard it all for himself. I made these little cards the other day on the video, and my husband asked me later where they were. I'm like, "Oh, they're in the art bus." He's okay. Make sure you keep them. I'm like, okay. I'm glad he likes it. That's fine. I got to glue this for it to stick down. Y'all excuse me if I'm a little distracted. Ooh, okay. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna cut this off because we don't need this over here. That side, that might be kind of cool there. I'll do that one. Trying to find something to unfold this without tearing it. Oh, that's not working. Might tear it anyways down here. Oh, okay. That's an option. Ah, all right. I know you would, honey. I love that, Allie. A couple of beads, huh? Hey, honey, can you check the water and see what you think? Because I'm trying not to, but it's right there staring at me, so I can't really help it. You guys want to see what the water looks like right now? Oh, Joanne, these little cards are gouache. I did use watercolor on Winter's Fur. Um, yeah, I think that's the only place I used watercolor was on Winter's Fur. But yeah, if that's what you're talking about. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I'm debating on using this because this is different than I've used on any other card. I haven't used anything like this, so I'm wondering if I should turn it over. But also, that would be cool and make that card special. So that's what we're going to do. If you make the rules, you can break them. Also, if other people make the rules, you can break them. I guess there's no rules on breaking rules. I'm not encouraging you to break the law, though. Oh, I did the wrong side again. Oh. Yay, after all that. That's funny. Is the yeses to the seeing the creek? I'll show you the creek. Probably should glue this first since I don't know what I'm doing apparently. Okay. All right, I will show you all the creek. You have seen it on the calm days on my videos. Okay, let's open this door. Holy Toledo. Okay. All right. Take this off. There she is. Hmm. Those middle of the screen. In the middle of the screen is where those rocks are that Winter usually lays on. So there you go. Okay. Well, that's the creek. It's fine for now. Yeah, we're gonna close the door because it keeps the temperature better in here. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Allie. I will try to break the rules better. I've already glued on this other one, but you know, I'll use that one next time on the next card. We're gonna let this card dry out a little bit and get started on another one. I think this little cutter thing might be about done. All right, this guy got to dry. He's soppy feeling. Yeah, it's flowing. Hopefully it just kind of stays where it is, you know? Know what I mean? Let me turn this over because I'm gonna glue a card down permanently on this paper. There we go. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, it's not raining anymore, so that's good. Is that gonna stick? I think so. Oh, not enough. Get this one over here. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I think it's gonna be fine. I am close to sure I'm not gonna use anything on the top here. And this is always too little to, whenever it's like that small, it's hard to fold over. So we're gonna cut that off too. All right, there we go. Pull that over. I don't know. Did you see the creek? I showed the creek. And we talked about not worrying about the creek because it looks like it's not going to rain anymore and the water should start going down soon. So that's where I'm at right now. This side needs a sketchy piece of paper. Something like that. I will remember the creek. Yep. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll cut that off. That's all good. We don't need folded newspaper folded over on newspaper. Cut that one off. And I'm gonna cut that off. Oh, seems like it's lost its little sharpness. Bound to happen. Might probably could take it apart and see about sharpening it or something. Okay, oopsie. Getting a little crazy there. All right. Um, see about this guy now. No. Okay. Ooh. Allie says clip a piece of foil or sandpaper to sharpen the corner cutter. Okay. That's brilliant. I have those things. Well, I have sandpaper. I don't know that I have foil. Mm. Pretty brown paper on this side. Mm, hold on. Getting ahead of myself again. Didn't do the stuff I want to do on the brown paper and the tissue paper. Okay. The creek looks pretty close to what it looked like when I showed y'all, so that's good. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad it's relaxing for you. I feel a little more relaxed too. Hopefully that energy's coming through because I was a little bit concerned, but I'm not anymore. Are y'all working on anything while I'm doing this? I'd love to see or hear about what you're all working on. I'll let that little guy dry a little bit before I add more to him. Get some tissue paper on this one. Let's see, I think the front will be here. I know Caroline's recovering from her carpal tunnel surgery, which doesn't seem to slow her down. Feel like it would slow me way down. Uh, but yeah, share what y'all are working on. Talk about it. Where'd I put my brush? Oh, there it is. Nina by Noon is at the beginnings of a banner business. You hand paint designs for all types of events, and so far you are really loving it. I love that. I love that you're doing that. That's really cool. We need more handmade art and signs out in the world. Battle the AI slop that all looks exactly the same. At the end, I want to show you guys something that I found yesterday that was like really special for me. It was all part of the sewing machine thing. If you saw that post, sewing machine. Let me see here. There you go, frontline soldier. Yeah, I think a lot of us can definitely, like, I know I'm affected by other people's energy, and I'm aware of that for myself. You know, um, people that are more lean towards more empathetic are can definitely affect your moods. I can be affected by something I don't even know about. Like I'm not conscious aware of something that is happening, but it's affecting me. Um, but yeah, I my goal when I kind of started feeling more comfortable on YouTube was to create a calm space where I would want to be. Like that's my motivation. And also um how I feel, like I don't feel um like a super tutorial person, and then like this is the way you do it and this is how it needs to look and this is what the things that you need to do to make it nice art. Like all that stuff intimidated me and made me feel like I shouldn't even try. And so I don't know how to say it in other words, but that's kind of my mantra is like I want people to not feel that. I want people to feel encouraged to create, not discouraged. We don't need any more discouragement from creating. You know, it doesn't have to be, uh, I say this a lot, it doesn't have to be something you're going to go admire in a museum. It just has to feed your soul. And if other people appreciate it, that's a bonus. But I think as in general, I'm speaking in general now, I think a lot of people appreciate uh, original art, that isn't uh, look like everybody else's or, follow a certain thing. I'm trying to find something to take this. I guess I could just use my finger. There we go. Okay. You're spooning with Tilly, the doodle. I love it. Plotting on your next project, Allie. Need to clean up the aftermath of the pants project. I love those pants. Did you share them in the group community? I think I saw them on Instagram, but it inspired me to get the sewing machine out and mend my shirt that I've been wanting to mend. Uh, but me and the sewing machine have had sewing machine. Me and the sewing machine have had our differences. No, but we have an understanding now, and we're going to try to work together. For those of you that haven't seen the community post, I fought with my sewing machine yesterday, and I think we have an understanding now because I was able to actually do the thing. But yeah, I think the more I use it, the more comfortable I'll feel with it. Mom would be very happy because she um, was a seamstress. My mom transitioned when I was 20, and my whole life she loved to make clothes from patterns and made quilts. And she had a whole room that was called the sewing room, and the closet in the sewing room. These houses were like built in the late 70s, I think. Anyways, the closet was like one of those sliding closet doors, so it was 2 of those, and if you open one side, it was 2 racks, 2 poles of hanging fabrics, and then you open the other side, and it was 2 poles stacked on top of each other of hanging fabrics. And she had a serger and a thingy deal and all the stuff that you do, and she would drag me to the fabric store against my wishes and make me pick out a pattern for her to make an outfit. But we had very different tastes of what uh, a child should be wearing, and I wanted to wear the cool boys' clothes, and she wanted me to wear the pretty little frilly girls' clothes. So, uh, but anyways, um, she always wanted me to learn to sew, and I didn't want to. And my effort ended with me finally taking a night class in high school, and I learned and I made a vest. Like a vest were all the rage in the 80s, like bolo tie and a vest. If you know, you know. But I hated doing it and I didn't want to keep going with it. And so that was the one and only time that I sewed something from start to finish. And then I never had a sewing machine. So uh until now. So I'll show you guys what I found um here shortly. That was my mom's. That was so meaningful to me. So I had a little bag of some of her sewing stuff, like a tape measure and some little scissors and one of those little ripper things that rips out stitches. Uh-oh, that's not dry. Mm. I got this guy started. I'm going to do some more layers on him. This card I didn't get very far on, but this is going to be Winter, and he is going to be laying down and looking up. I think I'm going to put him this way on here. I might get that done before next Sunday. We'll see. I'm hoping this week I can plan to be um, on in my art bus more. We'll talk about that too. See if I can get this sorted out here. Work. Yeah, so you can actually see I did a heart patch on my shirt and a little shoulder patch here, and then I had a big split happening, so I sewed that. But the special thing is this little tag. Let me see if I have them on the desk here. They're in the bag still. But my in the bag of stuff that was my mom's, I found a stack of these little tags, and they're embroidered little clothing garment tags that she ordered, I guess. And I have probably 20 or 30 of them. I didn't count them, but they say fashioned by Penny and her last name. And so I sewed it on my shirt yesterday because I'm fashioned by her. But it made me it was like an homage, you know? I'm finally sewing, Mom. I'm definitely not as good as you were. And I sewed this there was a hole right here and I sewed it together and you can kind of see it's not perfect, but it's a good first attempt. So yeah, that was really special. And it made me feel um encouraged to keep sewing, for art's sake. I want to sew papers and collage things and sew them. I got an open foot to do that with. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope y'all have a beautiful day. I feel encouraged. The creek isn't rising anymore, so that's good. Um, my husband has the day off and actually has started a new job. So he is remote now. So he doesn't have to go into town, which is saving a lot of time and resources um, to spend that much time away from the property. So it's going to be a lot better fit for both of us and for my schedule too. And so I'm looking forward to spending more time in the art bus because the home bus is going to be basically an office, for 35 to 40 hours a week. And so I'm encouraged because it's going to pull me out here more. And I want that. But sometimes, I get in my own head and it makes it hard to get out here and do stuff. Um, so I'm sure some of y'all can relate to that. But yeah, we're going to keep on creating and continue to be kind to ourselves and just do the things and have fun and play and explore. So yeah, I appreciate all of y'all and I hope that you have a beautiful day today. And I'm probably going to go vertical. I'm going to go vertical a couple times this week. I'm going to do vertical lives. I tried it Monday. It went okay. I think Connie maybe came on. I don't know if she's on today. But basically it found new people. And they were kind of like, draw this, draw that. And I'm like, whoa, wait, I'm not a draw on demand channel, but it's cool, but it's like, that's not my jam. So I'm going to keep trying it and see if YouTube can find the right people just to see how it goes. I enjoy it. It's different. And as long as I'm having fun, it's okay. We'll keep going with it. But it was just interesting to see like people I don't know. I've come to know you guys. Like I feel like I know you more. And when I recognize names, when I see Emily's channel and Allie and uh, you know, all y'all on here, Caroline, Joanne, Nina, you guys are familiar to me. So when I see other people's names that aren't familiar to me, it's scary. So all that to say is if you see me on live this week and you have a couple minutes to pop in, that would really like make me feel safer. But also I understand if you have other things to do and you can't just be around when I want to go live. but I'll probably try different times. I'll probably try a lunchtime one and maybe an evening one or something like that. See what's kind of going on out there in the YouTube verse universe. But yeah. And other than that, we'll see you next Friday and a week from today for our next live stream. Well, our next horizontal live stream. But maybe I'll see y'all throughout the week on the verticals. And we'll see what we can get into. So I got printmaking stuff I want to do. I got clay things I want to make. I have other card decks in mind that I want to work on. So there's a lot. And I think, spending more time in here, I can kind of get more in a routine of doing a bunch of different things. So yeah. All right, y'all. We'll talk soon. Thanks for being here.